between a mother and father or husband and wife. You know, one thing about it, two things for sure. These guys always, for some reason, when you can't have, if I can't have you, nobody can have you. I mean, instead of taking it out, I hate to say it, instead of taking it out on a young lady, him and that, but to take it out on your children. These are children the ages of 1 to 14 years old. And I believe they said out of the 8 children, 7 children was his. This is a father. I mean, hate to say it, but when you used to hear stories like this back in the days, the first thing you think, oh, there's some clear people that went on a rampage and just went crazy, went crazy ballistic. But this is a black father. Black people was not doing this at once upon a time. But at the end of the day, it's just like nowadays, and we got to stop trying to blame this stuff on mental health. This is not mental health. This is selfish health. This is self-hate. This is something that that these guys grew up. This generation, I hate to say this, millennium grew up in the selfish, a self-privileged type of atmosphere, or figure that I know everything, or I can't have it, and nobody can have it, and that is very crazy. But anyway, this is something that should have never happened, man. Especially, and I hate to say, you got a lot of these got black men making other black men that love their family, love everything about being a father and an uncle and the brother and things like that. They're making us all look bad by the stuff they're doing here. I mean, can you imagine you got 8 children and 2 adults, a lady and 2 ladies? I don't know. I know one of them was the mother. I don't know if the other one was a sister, friend, or whatever that was over there when it happened. Instead of him deleting himself, and then he went on a rampage himself, and then the cops deleted him. I mean, he knew he had to come. Ain't no ifs and buts about that. Can you imagine this? 8 children, man, to bury, man. You know how much burials cost? You talking about the minimum? I can say the minimum of 15,000 a piece. Who has that type of money? I don't care who has that type of life insurance policy or that type of money just laying around. That's a lot of money. So the definitely state definitely gonna have to step up to the plate, and try to lay these kids to rest, man. My condolences to the families, to these beautiful children. Didn't ask to be here because the mother, and didn't ask what the going what the mother and father's going through. But the father took it upon himself to delete these kids, man, which is tragedy. I mean, was just unmerciful. I mean, I just don't know any black man that would do anything like this. Because once again, when we look at these stories, we always think that a clear person does something like this. But we're gonna get right into this video. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this situation. Could have been avoided. I mean, just because you're getting divorced on this. I mean, a lot of people get divorced and get back together. Get back together and love each other and do the right thing. But hey, I don't know what it was. Trials and tribulation was some domestic violence stuff going on. But we're gonna get right to this video.
Joining us now live is Shannon Brinius with more from Cedar Grove neighborhood, and the latest on what happened and what happens next. Shannon.
Just 2 days ago, a neighbor tells us that this house was the scene of domestic tranquility. Shamar Elkins sitting out on his porch with his kids playing in the yard. But then just less than 24 hours later, this would become the scene of a devastating domestic violence attack. 8 children's bodies were found, 7 siblings and a cousin shot to death. 2 women were shot and gravely wounded, all at the hands of someone they trusted, that they loved, Shamar Elkins. We get more from Riley Curry.
We have a hurting community. We have hurting families. This is a tragic situation, maybe the worst tragic situation we've ever had in Shreveport.
Around 6 a.m., Shreveport police arrived to a home on the 300th block of West 79th Street near Linwood Ave. Inside and outside the home, 8 young children between the ages of 3 years old to 11 years old were found dead, many with gunshot wounds to the head. 2 victims who were also in the home survived the attack, an adult woman who was shot, and a 13-year-old who now has broken limbs from jumping out of a window. Some Shreveport police officers say they've never seen a crime scene so brutal.
I just don't know what to say. My heart is just taken back. I want to let the community know that all of my resources are out here processing every piece of evidence.
This is an extensive scene, unlike anything I know most of us have ever seen.
The identified shooter is Shamar Elkins.
And check this out. Shamar Elkins, man. I don't know what the hell, what nationality is. He's all black or zebra stripe. I don't know what the hell he is. But anyway, for a man to take to this limit, to do this to his children, man, Dustin, he deserved everything what he got. Exactly what the police did to him, he deserved that and more. You know, for him to take the life, be that selfish to take the life of these beautiful kids. I mean, as we go on this video, you're gonna see how beautiful his kids was, man. And these kids didn't deserve none of this for what he was going through.
Of the kids he murdered were his own. Across Glenwood Ave on Harrison Street, Elkins also shot another adult woman in the face. She is now in critical condition and is believed to be the mother of some of the children. A man said to be her father below Mays was at the scene this morning.
I was guest with my grandbabies the other day, and we was having so much fun. And I say, for any grandparent out there, be happy. Be happy with your grandkids and have fun with them. I'm just praying that everything will be all right for my daughter. She's in the hospital right now. She's fighting.
After the shootings, Elkins stole a vehicle, fled to Bossier, and was later shot there by Shreveport police.
He deserved that more.
And new information that we've learned in the overnight hours is that Shamar and Shaniqua Elkins were due in court today.
Wow.
They were trying to obtain a divorce, and it may be that's what sparked this violent rampage. We'll have more on our air here on KTBS 3, as well as on KPXJ and on KTBS Plus throughout the day. Make sure you check for instant updates anytime by going to the web.
We appreciate you joining us on this
Exactly what
Monday
happened.
morning for First News. I'm Dave Fluharty. We do kick things off this morning with more reaction following the tragedy around the Arklatex. And team coverage for you this morning. We do
He
kick
said,
things
like
off with Shannon
China,
Brinius, who's
we have
live in
Marvin
the Cedar
Thomas,
Grove neighborhood.
1966.
More on what the
Appreciate
community is saying
You too.
following that tragedy there, Shannon.
Well, Nate, the reports came in as a cascade of reports. You had the report of a gunshot and shooting here at this house here in Cedar Grove. Then moments later, reports of a carjacking very nearby. And the discovery, the grim discovery of the bodies of 8 children in and around this home between the ages of 3 and 11, 7 siblings and a cousin. And meanwhile, they were dead at the hands of someone they loved, someone they trusted, their own father, Shamar Elkins.
I just don't know what to say. My heart is just taken back. I want to let the community know that all of my resources are out here processing every piece of evidence at every scene, and at some time in the near future, we'll be able to give some more conclusive information about exactly what took place.
Shamar Elkins' wife, Shaniqua, was also shot and gravely wounded, as was another romantic partner at a nearby house. Both those women are in the hospital in critical condition. Meanwhile, the scene got a whole bunch of bystanders and neighbors and community members and those who knew and loved the family to this area. They were all concerned. They were all grieving, wanting answers as to what sparked this. But we can let you know that today was the day that Shamar and Shaniqua Elkins were due in court to talk about their divorce.
So she find out he got another baby on the way, and then boom, 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 that everything. So everything boiled down to that. So other than that, I don't know what went wrong with mom.
See, the whole thing, it was his infidelity that caused all this. The cause and effect. I knew it wasn't just as simple like this. This lady already had 7 babies by you already, and you went outside out of marriage and had another baby. Some women just can't handle that. It's just like some of us men. We know if we have a wife, something like that, she go outside the marriage and get pregnant by a man. We automatically leave it. But I don't think we're gonna take it. I don't think. Well, I don't think the lady would have took it to the limit. You know, women. Sometimes women can accept a lot of things. We as men, we can't accept that. Now, she just told me, look, I want a divorce. She had all these babies by this joke, and then this joke was go out there, not only eliminate her, and then go over to try to eliminate the other lady also. Make it make sense, man. That was a coward move, and that was pretty much these children didn't deserve none of that.
I hope he pulled through, so he got shot 8 times. 4 grandkids, 5 grandkids gone.
Wow, that's another grandfather. See, it's terrible.
So meanwhile, this community is left mourning, is left grieving, shocked that some despicable tragedy like that could have happened in a house right here, a house that looks just like any other. And in the meantime, the community is going to try to find a way forward. Reporting in Cedar Grove community, I'm Shannon Bernier, K2BS 3 News. Nate, back to you.
Appreciate the update there, Shannon. The Caddo Parish Coroner's Office saying the 8 children killed were 3 boys and 5 girls, ranging in ages from 3 to 11. They're identified as 3-year-old Jayla Elkins, 5-year-old Shayla Elkins, 6-year-old Caleb Pugh, 6-year-old Kadarian
Yeah,
Snow,
Barry, those many
7-year-old
people,
Layla,
man. That's
5-year-old
great.
Raylan Snow,
That's
10-year-old
terrible.
Marcaden Pugh, and 11-year-old Saria Snow. Welcome back. The Shreveport community and the Bossier community, for that matter, continue to grieve this morning following an awful, tragic domestic violence attack that has claimed the lives of 8 children. We continue our live team coverage this morning with Shannon Brinius, who's in Cedar Grove neighborhood, with more on what the community is saying this morning. Shannon.
Well, and just 2 days ago, a neighbor told us that they spotted Shamar Elkins just sitting on his porch, enjoying the day, his kids playing in the yard, a picture of tranquility. And roughly 24 hours later, that picture would be shattered by the violence that Shamar Elkins reportedly delivered to his family, killing 7 of his own children and a nephew. Their bodies were found in and around this home, as well as also gravely wounding in a shooting 2 women, his wife Shaniqua Elkins and another romantic partner. They are right now struggling to survive in local hospitals. We get more from Riley Curry.
We have a hurting community.
It's very
We have hurting families.
tragic, man.
This is a tragic
This black man
situation.
look bad.
Maybe the worst tragic situation we've ever had in Shreveport.
Around 6 a.m., Shreveport police arrived to a home on the 300th block of West 79th Street near Linwood Ave. Inside and outside the home, 8 young children between the ages of 3 years old to 11 years old were found dead, many with gunshot wounds to the head. 2 victims who were also in the home survived the attack, an adult woman who was shot, and a 13-year-old who now has broken limbs from jumping out of a window. Some Shreveport police officers say they've never seen a crime scene so brutal.
I just don't know what to say. My heart is just taken back. I want to let the community know that all of my resources are out here processing every piece of evidence.
This is a extensive scene, unlike anything I know most of us have ever seen over here.
The identified shooter is Shamar Elkins.
Terrible.
8 of the kids he murdered were his own. Across Linwood Ave on Harrison Street, Elkins also shot another adult woman in the face. She is now in critical condition and is believed to be the mother of some of the children. A man said to be her father below Mays was at the scene this morning.
I was guessing with my grandbabies the other day, and we was having so much fun. And I say, for any grandparent out there, be happy. Be happy with your grandkids and have fun with them. I'm just praying that everything will be all right for my daughter. She's in the hospital right now. She's fighting.
After the shootings, Elkins stole a vehicle, fled to Bossier, and was later shot there by Shreveport police.
Exactly. See, and me personally, I think that what that shooting with the shootout with the police and things like that, I think that was too easy for him. I mean, but it is what it is, an eye for an eye. But I think that was too easy of a way out for him. For them to do what they do. But at the end of the day, he did commit a heinous, horrific crime, man. That's unforgivable, and we can't continue to keep on using this thing as though this mental health thing. We got to get past that. This mental health, this way beyond mental health. This is selfishness. He went out, stepped outside of the marriage, had another baby. The woman just said, enough was enough. I'm tired. Because you understand, women get embarrassed too. You can't be a man and continue to do a lot of things to do this. Think this woman's supposed to accept that. A lady lived probably a couple of houses down that she got to accept that. Oh, okay, you had a baby. I got all these babies, and now I got this baby. Now he try to delete her, and then he go to the woman that had the baby and shoots her too. Come on, man, make it make sense. It doesn't make sense at all for this to even happen, man. And we can't make no excuse stuff. We just got to do better. And it is what it is. But if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Marvin Thomas, 1966. And I appreciate y'all for listening and taking the time out for coming into this live. Give your comments and things like that. Because if you're going through anything like this, you know somebody going through anything like this. You see these signs and symbols for a conscious mind on these red flags, man. Get out this situation and get some help. And that's real talk.